Hello, ma'am. What bring you in our hospital today? Well, I have pain on my lower abdomen.
Hi, how are you? What can I get started for you?
What are your specials today?
Okay, so we have our normal drinks up here, and then our specials are.
Here it is. Your engine is overheated. When did you last change the oil?
I'm not sure. Maybe 6 months ago?
That's too bad.
These videos talk about development in ESP English for specific purpose. But before it, it's better if I introduce myself to you. I am Esther Silitonga, and now I want to discuss about development in ESP English for specific purpose. Okay, let's go. The first is register. Definition of register by expert. M.A.K. Halliday. Halliday defines register as a variety of language distinct according to its use in particular social situation by three variables: field, or what is happening, tenor, or who is taking part, and mode, or the form or communication. And then John Wallace. Wallace defines register as specific type of language variation, often related to a particular professional or occupational context that is crucial for understanding how language function in different academic and professional settings. Definition of register in linguistics. A register is a variety of language used to particular purpose or in a particular social setting. Teaching method. There are three: needs analysis, to identifying the relevant register for a learner's specific needs. The second is curriculum design, that is integrates the appropriate register with the necessary language skill. The last is about material and resource, that is to relevant registers such as a special textbook, article, and practical communication exercise. For example, ESP for business terminology and report formats. And the second ESP for medicine, medical terminology, patient documentation formats. And the last is about ESP for engineering, technical vocabulary and language in introduction. The aims of register, there are two. The first is to identify the grammatical and lexical feature of this register. And the second, the teaching material focus on linguistic feature which are represented by syllabus. And the second, rhetorical. Definition of rhetorical by expert. The first is Ken Helen. Helen sees rhetoric in ESP as the analysis of how texts are constructed to achieve particular communicative purpose in specific disciplinary contexts. He focuses on the way writers use rhetorical strategies to persuade and engage the audience within their field. And then Christine Turdy. Turdy described rhetoric as the study of how writers and speakers use language to construct meaning, achieve goals, and navigate the convention of their specific discipline, and helping learners effectively participate in their professional and academic communities. Definition of rhetorical: the art of effective or persuasive speaking or writing, often using figures or speech and other compositional techniques. There are three rhetorical strategies. They are ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos is establishing credibility and authority in communication, essential for professional. Pathos is appealing to audience emotion, which useful in fields like marketing and human research. And the last about logos. Logos is using logical arguments and evidence, crucial in technical, legal, and academic writing. Key elements of rhetoric. The first, audience, that we have to knowing the audience for selecting appropriate language, tone, and style. And then context. Context is influences how the message is crafted and received. And the last, purpose, whether it is to inform, persuade, construct, or entertain, the purpose and rhetorical strategies used. For example, medical writing, that is communicating complex medical information clearly and persuasively, whether in patient documentation, research article, or public health campaigns. Next, discourse. Definition of discourse by expert. The first is John M. Wallace. Swales defines as the language used in specific genders and professional or academic communities. He emphasized the importance of understanding how language function within this context to achieve particular competitive goals. Douglas Baber and Susan Conrad. They define as the use of language that varies systematically according to the situational context. They highlight the role of discourse analysis in identifying this variation and understanding their implication for effective communication. Definition of discourse: it's the way we use language to communicate with each other in social situations. Key elements of discourse: there are three: cohesion, coherence, and context. Cohesion: the linguistic elements that connect sentences and part of text together. Coherence: the logical flow and overall sense-making of a text. Context: the institutional, cultural, and social factor that influence communication. Different discourse and rhetorical. Rhetorical analysis focus on persuasion and how effectively language influences an audience. Discourse analysis focus on how language contracts meaning and function within specific social contexts. And similarities, understanding the context is crucial for both discourse and rhetorical analysis to interpret meaning and effectiveness accurately. Next, we talk target situation analysis. Tom Hutchinson and Alan Waters describe TSE as a method to determine the needs of learners by examining the cumulative tasks they will perform in their specific occupational or academic context. Then, John Manby. Manby defines TSE as the process or identifying the specific language skill and competencies required by learners to function effectively in their target situation, such as a specific job or academic setting. Skill and strategies. The principal idea behind the skill centered approach is that underlying all language use, there are common reasoning and interpreting processes which enable learners to extract meaning from discourse. Skill required for TSE: identify patterns, draw conclusions, gather accurate information from learners, awareness of cultural norms, practice organized text, manage timeliness, significance of data in relation to target situation. Strategies for conducting TSE: understanding specific language needs, use interviews, observation, and document, consult with learners, practitioners, employers, summarize the text, skill, language function, evaluate and revise. And the last is a learning-centered approach in ESP. Definition of learning-centered approach in ESP by expert. The first is Tom Hutchinson and Alan Waters. Describe a learning-centered approach as one that not only considers what learners need to do with the language, a target-centered approach, but also how they learn it, or a learning-centered approach. Then Navid Noonan emphasized that a learner-centered curriculum is built around the interests, needs, and learning style of the student, where learners take an active role in the decision-making process regarding their learning. Key elements of a learning-centered approach. The first, learner needs analysis to identify what learners need to achieve. Second, flexible curriculum design, feedback learners and adjust content methods. Third, active learner strategies. Use interactive activities, problem-solving tasks, collaborative project, and real-world application. And the last, collaborative learning. Group work, peer teaching, and collaborative project to enhance learning. Advantages of a learning-centered approach, they are: learners are more motivated and engaged when they see the relevance of their learning to their professional goals and interests. Then, help learners retain information better. Then, learners develop the skill to manage their own learning, which is beneficial or lifelong learning. Next, challenges of a learning-centered approach, that is finding the right balance between meeting individual learner needs and maintaining structured curriculum can be challenging. For example, of implementation, learner needs analysis, that is, conduct surveys and interviews to understand the specific language stacks, business professional needs such as negotiating, presenting, and emailing. Okay, that's all about my presentation. Thank you.